Hi, everyone, and welcome to 7 Hermetics, finding balance and harmony in every day. So today we've got a new episode talking about Taurus, and Taurus is from April 20th to May 20th. And as you can see, the symbol is the bull, which represents stubbornness, sensuality, groundedness, and determination. And the predominant trait for Taurus is dependability. And I like to remind everyone, your sun sign does not have to be Taurus to get benefit from these videos. So every zodiac, every birth chart, everyone is experiencing Taurus energy, and we are now in the Taurus season. If you live in the Northern Hemisphere, we are now in this season. And so remember, you can experience these energies for the mind, body, soul, and spirit in different ways. And that's what this video is going to go through. So, really, it's the how to tap into these energies. And so the energy for Taurus, we see it's a stubborn, as represented with the bull, sensuality, grounded, and determination. And so it is related to the earth element. Okay, so and it is also ruled by Venus. And so I also like to do a little bit of the medical astrology because it really is aligned with everything that we go through here. So Taurus is associated with the neck, throat, jaw, and vocal cords, which is associated with the fifth chakra. So we know with the fifth chakra, this governs communication, expression, speaking one's truth, and qualities Taurus can develop as a part of its earthy, grounded strength. So, as I mentioned, Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty, love, and value. And so it often shows up as a deep appreciation for comfort, pleasure, and the finer things in life. So, and then the parts of the body that is ruled by Venus, you're going to see that it rules the kidneys, the lower back, skin, and reproductive organs. So again, we see that this is some of the body parts linked to pleasure and attraction. Okay. So I'd like to talk a little bit about nourishing the body, the physical body, during Taurus season. And so what we find is the best foods to nourish your body are those that are aligned with Taurus's earthy, sensual, and grounding energies. You're going to hear a lot of these words repeating throughout this video. So think seasonal foods, fresh, comforting, and rich in flavor. So foods that are going to help you connect to your nature and indulge your senses while supporting physical stability and well-being. So the first one we have here is earth-grown rooted foods. So again, this goes with the earthiness and groundedness of the earth energy of Taurus. So these foods include sweet potatoes, beets, carrots, turnips, a lot of those root type foods, potatoes, onions, garlic, and then these supporting grounding stability foods for these things and digestion. Number 2 is going to be your leafy greens and spring vegetables. So this will include spinach, arugula, kale, Swiss chard, asparagus, peas, radishes, artichokes. And then again, it's matching the season to help cleanse the body gently. Number 3, we have throat soothing foods, right? So we mentioned that Taurus rules the throat. So supporting your vocal cords and respiratory system. So you can do that with herbal teas. And we're going to go over a couple of herbs here in a minute. Drinking some honey lemon water can really be soothing. And then also drinking or including some warm broths and soup. Okay, and number 4, we have the sensory appeal. So going back to thinking about Venus, because this is really enhancing or asking you to enjoy your food visually and aromatically. So you could do this by using herbs like basil, rosemary, and thyme, incorporating colorful, fresh ingredients, and taking your time, being really mindful. Taurus thrives on a slow, pleasurable experience. So being mindful during that eating experience. So Taurus season really is about slowing down and connecting. So cooking meals with love, and eating mindfully, and maybe even done outside in nature when possible. And then I want to talk a little bit about some herbs and vitamins. So you'll really get some benefit from these herbs and vitamins that support grounding, throat health, sensual well-being, and steady energy. So again, Taurus is ruled by Venus, and that governs the throat, neck, and metabolism. And the focus should be on calming the nervous system, balancing hormones, soothing the throat, and maintaining overall strength and stability. So a few key vitamins I want to point out. Vitamin E is going to support skin health and hormone balance, both Venus-ruled themes. Vitamin C boosts the immune system and is great for throat and respiratory health. Vitamin D enhances mood and energy, especially if you're feeling sluggish or heavy. The B vitamins, especially vitamin B6 and B12, help with energy metabolism and nervous system function, keeping you steady and focused. Okay, and a little bit on herbs, and these are just a snapshot of just a few that I picked out. So herbs for Taurus season, that can include thyme, which happens to be an antimicrobial and excellent for throat health, and also supports the respiratory function. Then we have chamomile, which is calming and grounding, great for stress, digestion, and restful sleep. Then we have marshmallow root, which is a moisturizing herb and coats the throat and respiratory tract. And then we have rose, which is Venus ruled, which supports emotional balance, heart opening, and feminine energy. And I just want to point out, you can use thyme in cooking. You can also make a tea out of it. Just pour hot water right over that. Same with chamomile. You can make a hot infusion or a hot tea. I would cover it for 15 to 20 minutes. You want the tea to really be a dark golden color to get the benefit. The marshmallow root is a cold type of preparation where you take the marshmallow root and you pour cool water over it, and then you leave it at room temperature, and that's when you get the benefit from the marshmallow root. And rose you can do as a hot tea or a tincture if you have it. So since Taurus is all about pleasure and indulgence, incorporating these herbs and nutrients through infusions, teas, nourishing soups, as well as prepared whole foods can deepen your connection to the season's energy. So let's talk a little bit about stimulating Taurus energy with movement, because we want to include physical activity. And so during Taurus season, the best physical activities are those that are slow, grounding, sensual, and consistent. Exercises that connect you to your body, nature, and the present moment. Taurus energy isn't about high-speed intensity or aggressive workouts, so it thrives on more comfort, pleasure, and sustainability. So just a few examples here I want to go over. So including some gentle or restorative yoga, focus on slow, intentional movement, deep stretching, and breath work. So some examples can be yin yoga or hatha yoga, helps to calm the nervous system and loosen tension in the neck and shoulders, which again is ruled by Taurus. Okay, we've got Then we have nature walks or hiking. So again, Taurus is an earth sign. So spending time outdoors and grounding can restore energy. So walking mindfully in nature, barefoot, if possible, helps you to connect even more to the earth energy. And this can be really nourishing. And then we have strength training, but low impact and consistent training. So again, Taurus values steadiness and building strength over time. So these exercises like body weight exercise, resistant bands, or weights done with slow but controlled movements suit the Taurus approach. And then last, I want to talk about dance. So you can do sensual or flowing styles. Venus rules Taurus yet again. So it loves pleasure and rhythm. So dance styles like belly dancing, contemporary dance, or even slow partner dancing can connect you to joy, sensuality, and movement. So make movement something you look forward to, not push through during the season. Taurus thrives when it feels good in the body. Next, I want to talk about tapping into the Taurus energy for the mind. So during Taurus season, the best mental activities are those that support grounding, focus, patience, and long-term stability. Taurus energy values practicality, sensuality, and building a solid foundation. So mental activities should nurture these qualities while offering a sense of calm and structure. So here's a few of these examples. So first we have mindful meditation. So practice grounding meditations that connect you with the earth, visualizing roots growing from your body into the earth, or focus on your breath to center yourself. And then you can also use body scan meditations or progressive relaxation techniques. And this can help release tension from the neck, shoulders, and throat. Okay, and then we have journaling, which is a repeating theme we see throughout the zodiac signs. And so Taurus loves to build and create. So journaling can be a way to reflect on long-term goals and values, but try to write about what you want to manifest in the material world, goals related to wealth, security, or personal growth. You can focus on gratitude journaling to bring attention to simple, beautiful things in your life that bring you comfort and joy. And then we have the nature connection. We talked a little bit about this during the physical activity section, but Taurus energy thrives on a connection to Earth. So spending time outside, observing the details of the natural world, whether it's stargazing, cloud watching, or simply taking in the beauty of flowers, trees, and the outdoors. And practice nature journaling. So noting down what you observe in nature, because this will help you to ground and cultivate an appreciation for the present moment. And then next we have creative pursuits like art, music, and cooking. And so artistic activities could be anything from painting, pottery, knitting, other hands-on crafts to help engage the senses while promoting mindfulness. Another example is music. So whether listening or playing music can be fulfilling, right? Because again, Venus is the ruler of Taurus and it's tied to aesthetic pleasures. So consider learning an instrument or spending more time with melodies that soothe you or inspire you. And then cooking with intention. So Taurus season is about enjoying the physical act of preparing food. So try cooking nourishing sensory meals where the process is as enjoyable as the result. And remember, Taurus appreciates slow and steady progress. So break down big mental tasks into manageable steps, focusing on one thing at a time. So patience here is really key. Allow yourself the time to nurture ideas and goals without rushing. Okay, and our last and final is feed the soul and spirit during Taurus season. And so Taurus season calls for soul and spirit practices that ground, center, and reconnect you to your physical and sensual presence. So, inviting you to deepen your relationship with the earth, your body, and what brings you lasting peace and pleasure. So, here are some examples that I've chosen. So, again, we're going to talk about grounding, or some people call it earthing. Walking barefoot on grass, soil, or sand helps you to reconnect with the earth's energy. So this is very helpful. It can be very soothing, helps you to connect, helps you to release stress, okay? Sit under a tree, lie in the grass or garden with your hands in the dirt. Visualize roots growing from your body into the earth, anchoring you in safely and with stability. Okay, next we have create a comfort-focused sacred space. So you can have a meditation corner with earthy elements, stones, plants, wood, candles, or flowers, whatever you're called to put there. You can add Venusian touches like rose quartz, copper, or soft fabrics that bring beauty and pleasure to this area. And then you can use grounding incense like patchouli, sandalwood, or cedar, or diffuse essential oils like rose. Okay, and then we have devotion to beauty. So again, we're thinking about Venus, so honor beauty as a spiritual practice. So you could do this by arranging flowers, creating art, cooking a gorgeous meal, wearing colors and textures that bring you joy. And appreciate beauty not as vanity, but as a reflection of the divine in physical form. And then the last one is throat chakra healing. So again, Taurus rules the throat. So working with the throat chakra to align with your truth. So some practices you can do here are chanting, singing, humming, or using affirmations like, I speak my truth with love. And then you can also use crystals, especially blue crystals like lapis lazuli or blue lace agate can help support this work. So remember, Taurus season is your soul's invitation to slow down, come home to your body, be present, and find the sacred in the simple and tangible. And this is a time to cultivate peace by deepening your roots. So thank you so much for being here. I just want to, in summary, tell you that Taurus season offers a natural pause in the year cycle, inviting you to connect with what truly grounds and nourishes you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And in our fast-paced world, Taurus teaches the value of slowing down, cultivating inner stability, and tending to the foundations of your well-being, your body, your values, and your connection to the earth. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video and find it helpful, please like and subscribe. And I'd love to hear your comments about how you navigate your mind, body, soul, spirit health during this season. Until next time, be well.